I was still in prison when they started giving out stimulus checks during the pandemic. And at first, guys were applying thinking, man, I got a 30-year sentence. I'll just deal with the consequences later. And then somebody in the law library looked it up and realized there was nothing in the bill excluding incarcerated people from being eligible. But a lot of DOCs and a lot of politicians didn't like this. So in some states, when the checks were arriving at the prison, they were refusing to give it to the people or refusing to put it on their books. So people in, I think, Texas sued, and the federal court said, no, there's nothing in this bill excluding them. You have to give them money. So all of a sudden, all of this started applying, and all this money started pouring in. I still remember the first day I opened my statement sheet, and I saw that check, and I was like, oh, that is more money than I've ever had in my life. And my biggest fear at first was that all that money was going to cause problems, that people would be fighting and stealing and robbing, but the exact opposite happened. Because when everybody had enough, when everybody had their basic needs met, there was no need to steal. Because so often the guys who were stealing or robbing, they didn't have the things they needed, so they were taking from someone who did. And even relations that had nothing to do with money got better. In a position where if somebody had stepped on somebody's toe or hadn't said excuse me or one of those ego things, guys were like, hey man, don't worry about it.